phone. I
did.
was like,
You
I'm
did.
just gonna
Great
fix
job.
this.
Yeah.
That's it. There we go.
And then to make one bigger than the other,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
choose, I think, one of those guys.
It's this one, and
There
then
it is. And then just, yeah, there you go.
there you go.
Awesome. Fantastic. Great job.
There we go.
Bye, everybody. I don't know if it says my bus.
Nope. That needs to go away. Oh, leave that there. Hey, everybody. Oh, hi. Had last minute camera difficulties, but we live and in person. And hey, everybody. Oh, you're all running in here. Okay, cool. It's hey Tracy and another Tracy, Judy. How you doing? Welcome, 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 Susan. Hi. So it's Taco Tuesday, and it's a little you know, you would be lost if I didn't have that here. You'd be confused of what was going to go on. But anyway, I'm going to push that to the side. Hope everyone is well. Well, hi, Vicky. Kelly says bye. She's going to pop her head in. No, she's not. There she is. Pop her head. She's out of here. All right. So today, first of all, I don't know. Hey, Bobbit, how you doing? Okay. Do we have any first timers here? If you don't know who I am, I'm Ninja Steve. I do Taco Tuesdays, and I got a fun little project that I'm working on. Facebook user Kelly, she's already gone. Okay, Susie just popped in, so she'll be answering any questions. But we are working, and I started this so that you could kind of see. Boom. Okay, look at this hysterical, cute little. It's a bank. It actually, Susie actually got this. We have a place called Zion. It's a big Asian market, and I almost said market, like with my accent, so I had to control myself. But it was filled with candies. But anyway, it's super cute, and as you can see, I've started to crystallize it. So I'm going to bye, y'all. Take care. We had some good old construction here today. Yeah, it is cute, Tracy. So I am going to start on an eyeball. That's where I started today, this morning. I'm using a mix because it's got all these sizes in here, and that just makes it a lot easier. And as I did this, I wanted to point out a couple of things, and that is, I was trying to go with the color palette, right? I was really not sure. I knew I wanted this neon sun because it's just, I just thought it'd be hysterical, and I had tried. Look, I could have done it all in clear, you know, I mean, transparent, and that would have been fine too. But I wanted to keep the different, and the eyes, you know, an owl are so, you know, big and glaring at you. So I thought the citrine would really be good. I did jet for the pupil, and so this is like a really interesting color here. It's like it's tonal here with this weird orange, and so I used transparent, and I used all one size, which keeps a nice circular and uh, uh, okay, I'm going to go backwards. So a lot of you know I often like texture. So texture can either be uh, shiny stones and matched stones like the mochas, um, or neons to combine things so that there's texture. Um, the having consistent size here just makes this really neat. And then I did, because on the belly there would be no way. I mean, threes would be doily effect. It would go over the lines, and it just would an ugly mess. So by using transparent clear on this, it shows the design. As you can see, this side is sparkly and this side is not so sparkly. Um, Okay, you all having conversation. All right, fine. So the thing is that um, I'm just going to get started. I lost my train of thought there. I was like this mid conversation. Yeah. I'm gonna do the eyeball and then move forward, and then I'm going to show you an important Oh, I can see that this eyeball actually is a floating eyeball. So it's moving as I put the glue on. I am using Fusion Tack because in principle, this is kind of being going to be more made to be looked at opposed to um, worrying about. I mean, if it was a kid, maybe I would use a two-part or use 360. But anyway, so when I did this morning, I'm gonna actually I'm gonna use 16. I did 120 for the main part of the eyeball, and then I'm just gonna randomly put some stones around. So let's see. Anyone? Nope. Okay. So as I said, the mix pack, and yeah, let me pull the camera down a teeny tiny bit. Hold on, y'all. That you can really. There we go. Okay, that's awesome. All right. That way, I can get a nice tight fit in here with having a mix pack has SS3s to SS30s. Okay, there's little things popping up. Um, and that's awesome for making having a super tight fit because you can get in every little thing. I personally like tight fits. I'm also trying to embrace the space. And as some of you know that come regularly, I always just say make sure that no, Judy, I wouldn't worry about because the here's the bottle. So this can last weeks, months, and I won't say a year, but it lasts a really long time. There's a little. This is the precision glue bottle, and it comes. Here's the pin. Put a piece of tape on it. That way you don't lose it when you throw it down on your workspace. When you put it in, it keeps the air from getting there. Sometimes it does get cloggy. Whatever you'd have to clean. That's an absolute normal situation. But no, it's not going to dry out. I don't know. There's a little. I don't know what the heck the hell that was. But yeah. So because this eyeball is recessed in and it's moving around, you can push the stones if you so choose down a little bit into the eye socket. It sounds like we're doing eye surgery over here, but we're not. Okay, so I got one more. You know what? I'm going to push that down there as it pushes everything off and makes a mess now, and throw in two little small ones, and now the eyeball is um, complete. I want to keep that main one there. All right. So when I did this, I wanted to point out a couple of things. Here you can really see. There's this lighter color here. Now I'm on camera. Hi, Tony. And then there's this edge. I mean, this is cheap plastic. I mean, like if I wanted to fix it up, I would break off the little knobby things where it also thing. I could have sanded this, but because I know this is just going to be something to be looked at, I'm not worried about it. I did alcohol wipe it beforehand. I didn't do it now because I wanted to make sure it was dry before I put glue on it. So I am going to just, as you see, I'm just going to squish around, and I'm coming up. You can kind of see I'm seeing a little bit of the edge. That's kind of like my picture frame, which I want to keep. Oh, are you all there? Yeah, okay. My camera on the phone just disappeared, so as long as you can see me. Um, so I'm going to leave a little bit an edge of this lighter yellow surface I'm working on. That way it is nice and clean. And oh, you know something? Here, I'm going to put that down and put my stones away. And a little, okay, let's see. I'm kind of, you can't really see me. I'm off camera. Sorry about that. Wanted to get up close so you could see everything. Okay, my stones are now put away. I mixed up a little mix here already. It was whatever Kelly and I had in our little library. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, Tony, post your projects. I decided I am using 20, so okay. So I'm on camera. Perfect. All right. So I am going to pick up a different stone every time. If I do happen to pick up, do we get any 16s? There we go. If I do pick up the same stone, I am going to place it somewhere else on the eyeball surface. So I'm just going to work my way around, and as you can see, this goes nice and quick, which is good. And as you can see, there's a little bit of a border there, and I'm going to do the same thing as I get closer to the black or the pupil, because I want to, from a distance, it will be a nice sharp line of the yellow, and it look good. And I can actually see that the plastic is not round, but I'm gonna pretend it is and work. So Judy, what tip? Um, the kind of the rule of the thumb is three sizes. So three different sizes. In this little mix here, there happens to be some 2016s, I think very few 12s, and then I have some fours that I threw in there only because that's what I had. But say 2016 12 is a good one, 16 12 8. If you have a whole family of stones, then I would put a little bit of everything. And there, Susie will confirm that. I mean, I know that there's a video how to calculate to know um, how many. That's a big long discussion. But the thing is that at minimum of three stone sizes, and if not, like just like in a mix pack, it goes SS3 or SS5, SS20 or SS30, and it's just great because it really just gives you plenty of options. So if you want a tight fill, you can have a tight fill. Now, if you notice, I just did the outside, and now I'm going to do around the eye so that my borders are nice. Okay, I can see that there's a clear stone in there. I'm going to leave it. Okay, it's a jonquil, so it's a little bit lighter. So I want to make sure that I'm not hitting the black part of the iris here, because it's going to look messy. I want to make sure that I want to keep a little teeny tiny border, and then I will be going back. Oh, why did I pick up a 3? But okay, I picked up a 3. I'll take it. Okay, that actually already fits nicely in there. I'm going to push those all over and get one more 3 in there. Okay, cool. I want to make sure that goes out a teeny tiny bit. That's a little teeny bit sloppy, teeny bit, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. So let's see. Hey, Oracle, how you doing? Yes, it is citrine. Um, so, okay, now I am going to go, but this is the parts that I love. It's kind of like trying to do a jigsaw puzzle. All those little spaces now, I'm filling in. I'm still randomly picking up stones. Don't want to push outside um, my little border. I just pushed outside the border. That doesn't look good. I can fit a 20 in there. Probably can fit a 20 in there. Let's see. Yeah, citrine is really And as you can see on this side, it really pops. The neon pops too, but it's all popping. What can I say? All right, let me just. There's another jonquil. I'm not going to put that in. We'll leave that one little. That would be like in photography where there's that little white flash in people's pupils that shines. So we're being very artsy here, and it wasn't planned. Believe me, it wasn't planned. Okay, and how are we doing on time? We're doing good on time. Oh, good. We're going to get to do a lot on this. All right. And I'm going to push that into that little space and an 8. Oh, I do have an 8. Let's get that down in there. You know, when you work with crystals long enough, you start to see spaces, and you can see. I need a 12 now. You can see what would fit to um, into a little hole. So the thing is, for you all, it's big and small. That's all you have to remember. Big and small. Okay, that eye is done. I'm going to push these away, and I'm going to move on to transparent. And this is what I wanted to tell you about transparent. Okay, good. There's a lot of 12s in there. So I decided, as I said, I used all 16s all the way around here. So it's a little thinner here and a little thicker here. It doesn't hang over on this eye. We will see if it hangs over on this side, which I really hope it doesn't. Um, there we go, on camera. Circling around. And now what I wanted to tell you with transparent, what's super important to remember to do is to make sure that you press down on every single stone. It's super important because if not, let's see. Okay, you're not really going to see this on camera. No, there is none because I noticed that I had done it. When I did it earlier, I noticed if you don't press down, there's a little air bubble that stays on it, and the way the light hits it, it will right there. This one right here. Can you see that little black spot right there? Yeah. Um, and you know something? I remember I pressed down that like 3 or 4 times, which I'm not going to lose sleep over. Oh, I said I was going to use 16s. Okay. Doesn't matter where I start. I do know that um, I am on camera. Good. I do know that the 16s. I'm having them touch each other. Oh, but when they meet, they're they don't meet evenly, which means at the very end, I have to space them out a teeny tiny bit. And this is what I wanted to show you. This is what clear when it looks like it went dry, and right now it looks like it looks all cloudy and messy, but it's not. So I want to end down here as a 20, and you just evenly space. As you notice right now, I am just placing these down. I am going to go back and make sure that they're all pressed down, because if there's any air in there, it's going to create all these little black. I don't know if you would call them shadows, but you would you would when you would look at, you're like, what's the matter with this? Something wrong with that? And it's just because there's trapped air under the stone. Oh, I'm doing good about not speaking with full accent today. Isn't that a miracle? Some of you know what I'm talking about anyway. Okay, Susie's asking questions. Now, another thing is that, um, yeah, it's kind of blurry because the owl eye is focused. You can see me. I'm flipping stones with my katana because when you look at the crystals, and it's all blurry, but you see the shiny part, that means those are the bottoms facing up. So people, ask, how can you tell the difference? You just put one right side up and one right side down, and you look at how the light shines on them, and then you just um, look for that every time you have like a bunch of crystals like this. You just reach down and grab the color that you're looking for. All right, I am coming up. Anybody have questions? All right, I want to Oh, now there I didn't pay attention, and I put a stone upside down. There you go. I looked up to read the comments, and I put something wrong. No big deal. I just pulled it off. So, making sure, and this is looking good as far as the stones are not hanging off, which is I didn't want that to happen. All right, I am coming. I know I got about four more, and then I have to start spacing them out. I'm actually going to start spacing them out right now. Sure, you really can't because of the white glue. These are all touching right here. These are all touching. And here I open it up a little bit. And now the thing is that it's only going to take one more stone here. I'm going to push these over a teeny tiny bit, and that one over a little teeny tiny bit. All of these over a little teeny tiny bit. And like when you look at this side, it's all spaced out down here. But if I didn't tell you, you would not notice. It just looks like it circles around. So there you go. That's that. Now, what I just said is make sure you go back and press down each stone. Sometimes you'll see that little gush of glue, which is what you want. If not, as it dries, you'll have all these little dark spots, and you'll be like, oh my God, it looks awful. It only looks awful only because it shines differently, and it's distracting to the eye. Ooh, that one needs a lot of pushing down. Want to make sure. Am I still on camera? I'm still on camera. Good. All right. And pressing these three right here. One, and push that one. Okay. Now, what am I going to do here on the classic owl eye here? Throwing some more glue down. You know what? There's 30s here. We're going to do the eyes a little bit different here. Am I? Oh, no, I did do it. That's a 20. So sorry, that's a 20. I'm going to use 20s on these peaks right here. And then flip that over. That will be my base. And now I'm going to stick a 16 fits nicely in there. Push that out to the edge a little bit. I am going to, and this is not exactly, it's sprinkled, but it's a little more calculated. So I had, hold on one second. Do I have any? I do. I'm gonna put this down for 1 second. I have some smaller fours. Kelly and I put our little families in little tubs. Um, we have the big, large. Um, I always say it wrong. Susie can tell me. The box. What's it called? Bokusku? What is it called? Boku. There you go. Um, that keeps all your crystals nicely separated. Now, when you get down to the fours or even threes, you really have to look to make sure, as I told you, that you're not putting it on upside down. There we go. I can kind of see. Oh, I don't need that. All right. Eight's going to go in there. And then I am going to, oh, that's good. That's going to go in there. And let's see. Thank you. Thank you, Susie. She keeps me straight here. No pun intended. All right. Am I going to get that in there? Ooh, I can barely. Let me push that in. All right. And I want to put another, because I like a tighter fit, I am going to, oh, yeah, these fours are really small. Okay. Okay, that's all done. Now, um, I am going to leave the nose. I think I can't decide if I'm going to leave the ears and the nose, but I think the nose I'm going to leave uncovered with stones because sometimes if you're working on a project and you cover literally everything, um, um, uh, cover it all, then your details start to fade away. So by using these contrasting colors, it makes things pop. So the pupil pops and this pops and it keeps on just popping. It's popping, as I said. And so I'm going to leave the nose because if I did it in clear, it might I can't do it because there'll be the glue underneath it. You won't tell, but I think the nose will disappear. And but I'll probably well, you know what? I'll do that for you. What? Okay, we got a few more minutes. Okay, let me work on this a little bit. So I was gonna say is for the ears, I'm gonna do one and then decide if the ear disappears. Then I'm gonna leave it alone. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Anybody tell me if that makes sense? It's like I don't want the details of the ears to just disappear. I know I've worked on some Funko things, and when I've uh, some of the details when I put stones on literally everything, then I'm like, well, that just disappeared. I have no idea. Like the detail is gone, and so you want to keep the integrity of your piece, or you can do accents, and that will keep. You know something? I already thought of that, Tony. I went through our library and that's the luxury of having a big library. And what I mean, a big section of selection of crystals is that you can go through and I did take out um, different colors and I laid them, I put them next to the thing and see if I liked it. And then there were some things I just didn't like. So put something small in there. I didn't like the way it looked on it. Like, yeah, I could do a topaz. I could do a lot of this. There's many things I could do, but for my aesthetic, I like that the nose is gonna besides the eyes, the nose is gonna stick out. And so I don't know if I say want to say I challenge you or I encourage you. That would be the better word. I encourage you to, like, for example, the underside of the eyes. Yeah, if I wanted to, I could put stones all there. I could like literally put stones on all of it, and it would be absolutely fine. But the thing is that what's going on? I'm missing the Christian Dior conversation. Susie can fill me in later. The thing is that right now, leaving this space empty over here, it makes the eyes pop out, and that's good because when we think of owls, we think of the big eyes and going who I was gonna sound like a cliche who, but so what I want to say is when you're working on a piece, give it a little thought. What do you want to highlight in your transformation of what you're doing? Do you just literally want to cover it all with crystals and the story and just like it's one big, you know, sparkly, thing? Well, then perfect. But if you want to like give a little depth to your pieces, then I suggest deciding, okay, um, what can I do to accent this or that? So I want to put that there because I want to do this bottom part. And again, and let's see, 12 will fit in there, 16. So you can see the edge is scalloped. And here I can see the edge nice and clear. So it's like a picture frame. If you have a white mat and you put a picture frame, it it shows off what you want to look at really nicely. So I want to make sure I don't come over that line. Um, yes, Tony, exactly. Negative space. Some of us don't like negative space, but it's a good thing. So I have to say I do really like that down here. Um, the transparent clear throws shows through the. I guess those are supposed to be feathers. Not really sure. I don't think it's chest hair. I think it's supposed to be feathers. That'd be kind of gross. But anyway, um, let's see. I'm gonna put that in there, and I'm gonna. So I can't. I think Tony, you asked. Right now, I'm working with 3 sizes because that's what I didn't want to open up a but more packs of crystals just for the demo. So the thing is I have 20s, 12s, and 8s. So I'm just making sure that I am constantly not putting them all together so that there's clumps. So I'm just alternating everything. But sometimes there's spaces that, like right now, there's 4 20s together, but the spacing was super clean and good. I'm going to push that down there because then I can put a 12, 16 there, and put a 12 there. I mean, an 8 there. Flip those over. I know I just want to finish this a little bit. Y'all bear with me. And okay, almost there, almost there. Yep, didn't even have to squeeze that in. That popped right in. And this, I haven't repeated. These are the part I love. It's those little filling in those little holes. Now, if you happen to put in a stone and you like, well, you know what? I really do need like a small one. Okay, this is a good example. Wait, I'm going to put a 20 there, 16, and one more 16, and then I'm going to show you something. So I really need a smaller stone to go right in there. It's barely visible on the camera, but it's a little bit. I'm using fusion tack for the glue. There's a little space there, so all I'm going to do is push everything, give it a little bit of room, and now that space disappeared. So y'all, that was this little owl thing. It kind of gives you something fun. So there you are at the market, and you see some crazy container, and you're like, you know what? I could like upscale that and do something fun with it. So remember, transparent stones. Make sure you press down on them to make sure that there's no air underneath the stones. If you don't, you're going to see little black, almost little shadows when it shines. And if you do, then you know that means there was an air bubble underneath it. So that's what I got for y'all. Next Tuesday is next Tuesday is the 4th of July. So I'm going to say happy 4th to y'all. I'm going to flip this over. Boom. Happy 4th to y'all, and see you the following week. And don't forget, we got something for the Barbie movie the following week because y'all got to get ready for the Barbie movie. So take care. Thanks for stopping in, and have a great rest of your week. Bye bye.